Hello beautiful people. Mostly what I'm going to be talking about today comes from Abraham Hicks, the stuff that I've been listening to and I've taken notes from. Law of attraction. Everything is energy. Everything is actually a vibration, a frequency of energy. Everything from an object, places, people, events, things, your thoughts and your feelings. They all have a vibrational frequency. And like attracts like. Good vibrations, what feel good, all those good feelings that you get inside, they will attract other things that are on that same energy frequency. Reverse goes as well, so feelings that you don't like, that you might label as bad, would attract things that are on the same vibrational frequency that you might label as bad as well. As I said before, that which you resist persists, because if you're thinking about something that you don't like, the very fact that you're thinking about it brings things with that thing or things with the same vibration to you. So my experiment is to stay on a really high vibrational frequency and to keep my feelings as good as possible so that things on that vibrational frequency will present themselves in my daily life. When you take the effort, which is what I'm doing in this experiment, when you take the effort to really care about how you feel and really care about what you're thinking about, then watch the magic unfold. It's exciting. And if you're in a really bad frequency and you're down the bottom of anger, I think like revenge is down here, and then up comes anger, and it goes a little bit closer until you get to hope. As soon as you get to hope, you're in this sort of frequency of good feelings. Up here is bliss and euphoria. If you're up in that frequency of bliss and euphoria, then freaking amazing things are going to be coming into your life. It's exciting. I am training myself to lean towards and focus on that which makes me feel good. The premise is that you are in complete control. And you are actually, at every second and every moment, manifesting through your thoughts and your feelings everything within your reality. And I know that's quite a hard concept for lots of people to grasp, but to be honest, if you're here listening to this now, then you probably have some kind of little tiny belief that could be true and some kind of tiny interest in this. So I'm going to keep going. So I want to give you an example. Say you're thinking about something and you get, damn, you're feeling good, and you can feel it bubbling inside you, and you get all these feelings of passion and excitement, elation, you're interested, because you've just thought about something and got this idea, I have this idea, and all of a sudden you get so excited about it. You're on this amazing frequency, you're right up here because it's bubbling and then you get this feeling of, but what about this? And you get fear, and then it comes down and you go, what about this? Here's an example, okay? The other day I told you about Josh and Sarah at the gym. I told you about when I started thinking about how they could help me. I got so excited and I was bubbling and I was thinking to myself, right, when I get to the gym next and I see them there, but I'm going to go up to them and I'm going to be like, hey, blah, 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 blah. But let's say you got this feeling of fear. But I can't just go up to them. They don't even really know who I am. What am I going to say? What if they're like, who are you? What do you want? Why are you interrupting our gym session? So say you start getting that fear of, no, I'm too embarrassed. I'm way too embarrassed to just go up and talk to them and introduce myself. So that is bringing the vibration down. And then you've lost it. You've lost that frequency. And I know so many people who are like, I really want to go and talk to that person, but no way, I'm so embarrassed. Fear comes in. And fear is on a low frequency. If you don't follow that feeling of excitement, you're missing out on magic. You have to follow that feeling of bliss. The law of attraction is presenting people and events and things into your life daily. And when you feel good, you have to act on it. Don't fear what people think. Worrying about what people think is really for another day. And it's almost as if we find it easier to complain about things. We find it easier to find the negative in things. And then if you are getting excited about something, it's almost like you feel like you need to tone yourself down. Tone it down, man. You're just too happy. Oh my God, I love that. That's awesome. That's so beautiful. Pump it up. actually looking out my window here, and my neighbour is looking through their window at me thinking, what is that woman doing? She's standing at the window yakking to herself with a camera. Yeah, but Lorna, why do I have these horrible things happening in my life? You know, why am I going through this thing, this illness, this sickness, this death, this disability? My house burnt down. It is because of contrast. This is Abraham Hicks calls it contrast. Contrast is, hey, if you didn't know what it felt like down there, you wouldn't ask for up here. If you hadn't felt what you don't want and experienced what you don't want, you wouldn't ask for and know what you desire, what you're reaching for and trying to grasp. And that is actually what your life journey is about. It is about you discovering love and joy and all those things that make you feel good. And you wouldn't ask for them and desire them and want to reach for them and pull them into your life unless you had experienced contrast, which is the horrible events that you have perhaps been through in your life. And so when you have contrast in your life, you have to be grateful for it. You are finding out, discovering what it is that you don't want. And when you don't want something, what do? Don't talk about it. Don't think about it. Don't give it any attention. You've discovered that you don't want that. So if you don't want that sickness or that disease or that illness, then you've discovered that what you do want is utter health and respect for my body. Focus on, how do I get that? What does that feel like? What do I need to do? Don't talk about the fact you're sick. What do I need to do to get healthy? What do I need to be at this place? Because I've been back there and it's made me realise that actually I don't want to be back there. I want to be over here in the good part. And before you know it, that stuff back there, by the law of attraction, says it will be impossible for that to be in your life if you are not thinking about it. So from contrast comes clarity and improvement. I find it quite humorous because, you know, you might be, something unfortunate may have happened to you. Say you had a car accident and you wrote your car off and now you don't have a car. I want to drive myself around. How am I going to get to work? Poor me. This sucks. You go around telling your friends, you're telling anyone that will listen. I laugh when Abraham Hicks talks about it because he says, you know, people join these chat rooms and blogs talking about things that they don't like, you know, like the government and abortion and don't like this and I don't like that and let's go to a chat room and all talk about it and all talk about the things that we don't like. Guess what? Those things you're talking about, you're going to get more of them. That is the law of attraction. I hope you've grasped it. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to stop going on and on. I haven't really told you anything about what's happened today, so let's talk tomorrow about some exciting stuff that's happened to me. Hey, you're perfect. Smile.